Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Nam Perumal ki jai. SriRanganath ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. So today we will speak from the pastime connected to Srirangam. So today we are going to speak about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival to Srirangam and his pastimes in Srirangam connected to Srirangam. So I think better we can read from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada gives lot of explanation about Srirangam. So we will today read about the Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Also the Prabhupada's explanation about Chaitanya Charitamrita, about Srirangam. So in the Madhya Leela, 9th chapter, 79th sloka onwards, there are some more than 60-70 slokas. It's all about Srirangam pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The first sloka is starting from like that, 79th sloka of the Madhya Leela, 9th chapter. Papanashane Vishnu Kaila Darshana Sriranga Kshetre Tabe Karila Gamana. After visiting the holy place named Shiva Kshetra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at Papanashana and there saw the temple of Lord Vishnu. Then he finally reached Sriranga Kshetra. So we will read connected to Srirangam, then Prabhupada's purport. Sriranga Kshetra, Srirangam, is a very famous place. It lies in the district of Tiruchirappalli, about 10 miles west of Kumbakonam, and near the city of Tiruchirappalli, on an island in the Kaveri river. The Srirangam temple is the largest in India, and there are 7 walls surrounding it. There are also 7 roads leading to Srirangam. The ancient names of these roads are the Road of Dharma. Nowadays it's called as Dharma Varman Tiruchuttu, the first enclosure. Then Prabhupada says that the Road of Raja Mahendra, the Road of Kulashegara, the Road of Alinada, the Road of Trivikrama, and the Tiruvidi Road of Madamalige, and the Road of Adayavalanjan. Adayavala Indana, like that it is written, but now it's called as Adayavalanjan. The temple was founded before the reign of Dharmavarma, who reigned before Raja Mahendra. Many celebrated kings like Kulashegara and Yamunacharya, who is known as Alabandaru, resided in the temple of Srirangam. Yamunacharya, Sri Ramanujacharya, Sudarshanacharya, and others also supervised this temple. The incarnation of the goddess of fortune known as Goda Devi or Sri Andal was one of the 12 Alvars, liberated persons known as Divya Suris. She was married to the deity of Lord Ranganatha, and later she entered into the body of the Lord. An incarnation of Karmuga named Tirumangai, also one of the Alvars, acquired some money by stealing and built the 4th boundary wall of Srirangam. It is said that in the year 289 of the age of Kali, the Alvar of the name Tondaradipudi was born. While engaged in devotional service, he fell victim to a prostitute. And Sri Ranganatha, seeing his devotee so degraded, sent one of his servants with a golden plate to that prostitute. When the golden plate was discovered missing from the temple, there was a search, and it was found in the prostitute's house. When the devotee saw Ranganatha's mercy upon this prostitute, his mistake was rectified. He then prepared the 3rd boundary wall of the Ranganatha temple and cultivated a Tulsi garden there. There was also a celebrated disciple of Ramanujacharya known as Kuresha. Sri Rama Pillai was the son of Kuresha, and his son was Vagvijaya Bhatta, whose son was the Vedavyasa Bhatta or Sudarshan Acharya. When Sudarshan Acharya was an old man, the Muslims attacked the temple of Ranganatha and killed about 1200 Sri Vaishnavas. At the time, the deity of Ranganatha was transferred to the temple of Tirupati in the kingdom of Vijayanagara. The governor of Zenji, Goppanaraya, brought SriRanganatha from the temple of Tirupati to a place known as Simha Brahma, where the Lord was situated for 3 years. In the year of 1371 AD, the deity was reinstalled in the Ranganatha temple. On the eastern wall of the Ranganatha temple is an inscription written by Vedanta Deshika relating how Ranganatha was returned to the temple. It's a wonderful purport by Srila Prabhupada. This is like the conclusion of all the 108 lectures connected to Ranganath. So Prabhupada covered everything. He spoke about Vedavyasa Bhatta, he spoke about Kuresha, he spoke about Tondaredipudi Alvar, he spoke about Andal, he spoke about Tirumangai Alvar, he spoke about Ramanujacharya, he spoke about what is that? Other Yamunacharya, Alavandaru. Then he spoke about Goppanaraya, who brought Ranganathji from Tirupati to Srirangam. Prabhupada just concisely told everything. He also told about Vedanta Deshika. Whatever we spoke for this 108 different stories of Ranganathji, Prabhupada gave everything in one purport. Prabhupada spoke everything in summarizedly. And Prabhupada also told those who want to know, in one purport he is saying, those who want to know about the Alvars, they should read a book called Prapannamridam, also Divya Suri Charitra. So we will read few more slokas from the Chaitanya Charitamrita connected to Srirangam. The next sloka, it is said, meaning of the next sloka. Sloka is like that. Kaveri te snan kari dekhi Ranganatha stuti pranadi kari manila kridartha. After bathing in the river Kaveri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the temple of Ranganatha and offered his ardent prayers and obeisances. Thus he felt himself successful. Mahaprabhu felt after seeing Nambarmal, he felt himself successful itself. Then in the temple of Ranganatha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted and danced in ecstatic love of Godhead. Seeing his performance, everyone was struck with wonder. A Vaishnava known as Venkatapata then invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home with great respect. So Prabhupada speaking about Venkatapata in his purport. Sri Venkatapata was a Vaishnava Brahmana and inhabitant of Sriranga Kshetra. He belonged to the disciplic succession of Sri Ramanujacharya. Sriranga is one of the places of pilgrimage in the province of Tamil Nadu. The inhabitants of the province do not retain the name Venkata. It is therefore supposed that Venkatapata did not belong to that province, although he may have been residing there for a very long time. Venkatapata was in a branch of the Ramanuja Sampradaya known as Vadagalai. He had a brother in the Ramanuja Sampradaya known as Sripada Prabodhananda Saraswati. The son of Venkatapata was later known in the Gaudiya Sampradaya as Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and he established the Radha Ramana temple in Vrindavan. More information about him may be found in a book known as Bhakti Ratnagara by Narahari Chakravarti. Jai Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami Pad Ki Jai. Next sloka. Sri Venkatapata took Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home after he washed the lotus feet, and all the members of his family drank the water. After offering lunch to the Lord, Venkatapata submitted that the period of Chaturmasa had already arrived. Venkatapata said, "Please be merciful to me and stay at my home during Chaturmasya. Speak about Lord Krishna's pastimes and kindly deliver me by your mercy." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at the house of Venkatapata for 4 continuous months. The Lord passed his days in great happiness, enjoying the transcendental mellow of discussing Lord Krishna's pastimes. While there, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his bath in the river Kaveri and visited the temple of Sri Ranganatha every day, and Lord also danced in ecstasy. The beauty of the Lord Chaitanya's body and his ecstatic love of God were witnessed by everyone. Many people used to come to see him, and as soon as they saw him, all their unhappiness and distress vanished. Many hundreds and thousands of people from various countries came to see the Lord, and after seeing him, they all chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Indeed, they did not chant anything but the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and all of them became Lord Krishna's devotees. Thus the general populace was astonished. All the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas residing in Sriranga Kshetra invited the Lord to their homes. Indeed, he had an invitation every day. Each day the Lord was invited by a different Brahmana, but some of the Brahmanas did not get the opportunity to offer him lunch. But the period of Chaturmasa came to an end. In the holy place of SriRanganath Kshetra, a Brahmana Vaishnava used to visit the temple daily and recite the entire text of Bhagavad Gita. This is a very nice story about a Brahmana reading Bhagavad Gita and how Mahaprabhu met him. So we will read the original text. The Brahmana regularly read the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita in great transcendental ecstasy, but because he could not pronounce the words correctly, people used to joke about him. Due to his incorrect pronunciation, people sometimes criticized him and laughed at him, but he did not care. He was full of ecstasy due to reading the Bhagavad Gita, and he was personally very happy. While reading the book, the Brahmana experienced transcendental bodily transformations. The hair on his body stood on end, tears welled up in his eyes, and his body trembled and perspired as he read. Seeing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Brahmana, "My dear sir, why are you in such ecstatic love? Which portion of the Bhagavad Gita gives you such transcendental pleasure?" The Brahmana replied, "I am illiterate and therefore do not know the meaning of the words. Sometimes I read the Bhagavad Gita correctly and sometimes incorrectly. But in any case, I am doing this in compliance with the orders of my spiritual master." So Prabhupada in his purport is saying, this is a good example on a person who had become so successful that he was able to capture the attention of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even while reading the Bhagavad Gita incorrectly. His spiritual activities did not depend on the material things such as correct pronunciation. Rather, his success depended on strictly following in the instruction of his spiritual master. The Brahmana continued, "Actually, I only see the Lord Krishna sitting on a chariot as Arjuna's charioteer. Taking the reins in his hands, he appears very beautiful and blackish. While seeing Lord Krishna sitting in a chariot and instructing Arjuna, I am filled with ecstatic happiness. As long as I read the Bhagavad Gita, I simply see the Lord's beautiful features. It is for this reason that I am reading the Bhagavad Gita and my mind cannot be distracted from this." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told the Brahmana, "Indeed, you are an authority in the reading of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you know constitutes the real purport of Bhagavad Gita." After saying this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced this Brahmana, and the Brahmana, catching the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, began to cry. The Brahmana said, "Upon seeing you, my happiness is doubled. I take it that you are the same Lord Krishna." The mind of the Brahmana was purified by the revelation of Lord Krishna, and therefore he could understand that the truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in all details. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then taught the Brahmana very thoroughly and requested him not to disclose the fact that he was Lord Krishna himself. The Brahmana became a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and for 4 continuous months he did not give up the Lord's company. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at the house of Venkadabhatta and constantly talked with him about Lord Krishna. In this way he was very happy. Being a Vaishnava in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, Venkadabhatta worshipped the deities of Lakshmi and Narayana. Seeing his pure devotion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. Constantly associating with each other, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkadabhatta gradually developed a friendly relationship. Indeed, sometimes they laughed and joked together. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So in this way, Mahaprabhu spent in Srirangam. So now we read some of the slokas from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. There are many pastimes happened in Srirangam. The main pastime is that his pastimes with Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Since we are speaking in front of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, so we can see Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So this is the Gopal Bhatta Goswami's temple situated in Srirangam, where we are staying. This is 3 kilometers far from Srirangam. So this village is called as Belangudi Gram. So this is supposed to be said the birthplace of Gopal Bhatta. Although Mahaprabhu stayed in a place which is near to Ranganathji temple, that is said to be the father's place. But Gopal Bhatta's mother's name, it is mentioned in the Bhaktamal and some other books as Shadamba. So that Belangudi Gram is the present place where the Gopal Bhatta's temple is situated. So devotees can visit to take darshan of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami here in Srirangam. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Srirangam, he stayed for 4 months in Srirangam. At that time, it is said that Gopal Bhatta, he drank the Charanamrita which washed Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Then by drinking that Charanamrita, Gopal Bhatta became ecstasy itself. That time he was something like 6 years old. So Mahaprabhu hugged him. Gopal Bhatta became ecstasy. Mahaprabhu also cried. Tears came in Mahaprabhu's eyes. With the tears, Gopal Bhatta's body became wet. Then Mahaprabhu was staying in the house of Venkadabhatta. That time this little Gopal Bhatta, he used to, his fathers instructed him to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So at that time Gopal Bhatta, very attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he used to massage Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footprints. He used to do many menial sevas like washing his clothes, taking prasad for him. In the time he was fully got the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Srirangam. So every day it is said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day went to take darshan of Namperumal. So Gopal Bhatta and Venkadabhatta, they all joined, they go to take darshan of Namperumal. They also went to take bath in Kaveri every day. Every day they go. So in this way, at the time Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he is an incarnation of Guna Manjari. In Goloka is Guna Manjari. So some say is Ananga Manjari also, the sister of Radharani. So in this way their love is eternal love, Gopal Bhatta and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So at that time Gopal Bhatta Goswami, when he was a small boy, he used to hear from Mahaprabhu's assistant about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Nadia pastimes, Mayapur pastimes. So Gopal Bhatta heard how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip, he was a curly beautiful hairs and full body covered with chandan and flower garlands and color dress. he used to dance with Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya and all the other devotees. And how he used to bargain with Kolevecha Sridhar for hours together. Then he finally, without paying anything, he will take and run away. How he will have debate with different devotees. He will have challenging with such a Nimai's childhood pastime. Hearing all this pastime, Gopal Bhatta's mind was totally absorbed in the Nimai's childhood pastime, childhood and the pastimes in Mayapur. But whereas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Srirangam, he was a sannyasi. So being a sannyasi, his head was shaved head. Also he is wearing only a small cloth. He was eating only one time a day because following Chaturmasa Vrata. And he was sleeping in a bare floor, Chaturmasa. So seeing all this thing, Gopal Bhatta was within his mind, he felt very sad. Why I am so unfortunate? If I could have taken birth little earlier in Mayapur or nearby somewhere, I could have seen the Nimai's childhood and beautiful, all his enjoying pastimes. Gopal Bhatta felt like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is struggling here, doing all these austerities, not eating properly, sleeping on a bare floor with all shaved head and everything. I could not see the Mahaprabhu's enjoying in Mayapur. That I could not able to see. So he was lamenting in this way. Although he was very grateful for the association of Mahaprabhu, he was so happy with the serving the Mahaprabhu. But one side he was also feeling that if I could have seen that Mahaprabhu's Nadiya Bihari farm, how it will be. How happiness it will be to serve being in the Kirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all the devotees. So he was feeling like that. So one day little Gopal, it is said, Gopal Bhatta, he went and slept on his house. While he was sleeping, suddenly by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he got a dream. So within the dream, Gopal Bhatta seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with a Nadiya Bihari farm. He was raised his hands like this, lotus-like large eyes and curly hairs, ring curly hairs, and his body is covered with chandan and different fragrances, with wearing nice chadar and dancing with Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, Gadadhara Pandita, and chanting loudly Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They are all chanting and dancing and enjoying that kirtan in ecstasy. Gopal Bhatta, within his dream, he offered his prostrated obeisance to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees. Then Mahaprabhu personally took him and hugged him, and Mahaprabhu told to all the devotees in the dream only, Hey Nityananda, hey Advaita Acharya, everybody now please bless our Gopal Bhatta, small boy. Then Advaita Acharya kept his feet on the head of Gopal Bhatta. Nityananda Prabhu kept his feet on the Gopal Bhatta's head. They all blessed immensely, so much blessing. Then Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu, they took Gopal and they went to speak something in the ears of Gopal. Then at the time suddenly the Gopal's dream was broken. He suddenly wake up. When he wake up, he was in the bed, he seen, immediately wake up, jumped out from his bed. Then he ran to the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting as a sannyasi. There he went and he offered his Dandavat Pranam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu took this little boy, kept it on his lap, and he hugged him with so much prema. Hugged him very tightly, that so much affection from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eyes, the tears came, the tears made the Gopal Bhatta's whole body wet itself. Full of prema tears, loving tears. Then Gopal Bhatta's eyes also tears came. Then Gopal Bhatta wake up. Then he looked at the moon-like face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then suddenly he seen that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyasi form, he turned into Shyama Sundar Krishna of Vrindavan. Jai Radharaman Lal ki Jai. He seen his Shyam Sundar form of Vrindavan, playing a flute. Then that same form of blackish Krishna with peacock feather and flute, that form again turned into a Nadiya Bihari, a sannyasi form of Navadip. That form Gopal Bhatta seen with curly hairs, long hairs, and a beautiful lotus-like eyes, wearing nice Magar Kundala and dancing with the devotees. That form he seen personally. Gopal Bhatta did his Dandavat Pranam again and again. He was so grateful for the mercy which Mahaprabhu has given. Then in this way, Mahaprabhu instructed Gopal Bhatta. So he was serving every day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happily taking darshan of Ranganathji, and we just now we read how Mahaprabhu was invited to every house of Srirangam. Everyone is inviting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the lunch prasadam, because he was taking only one time prasad. So all the Brahmanas, they want to invite Mahaprabhu to their house. Finally, so many Brahmanas, they didn't get opportunity, Sri Vaishnavas. So they, 2-3 of them together, they served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu itself. In this way, the time was going. Finally, the time came to an end. The month of 4 months, it is there. 4 months went like 4 days. Then Gopal Bhatta cried when Mahaprabhu was about to leave from here. Then Venkata Bhatta and Mahaprabhu, they requested Venkata Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta, and the Prabodhananda Saraswati was the brother of Venkata Bhatta. It is said Prabodhananda Saraswati is Tunga Vidya Sakhi in the Krishna Lila. She is also appeared in Srirangam as Prabodhananda Saraswati. He is the one of the Acharya, he who spread the real glory of Vrindavan. It is called Vrindavan Mahima Amrita, and Radharani's glory is called Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. He was also born in Srirangam, Prabodhananda Saraswati. So finally, when Mahaprabhu wanted to leave, little Gopal Bhatta, he cried and told Mahaprabhu, I also Gauranga, I also want to join with you. I don't want to stay in my house, I want to come with you. Even Venkata Bhatta want to go with him. Everybody want to go with Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu pacified each and everyone. Then Mahaprabhu told Venkata Bhatta, you should stay back. Also told to Gopal Bhatta, you should serve your parents, because they are great devotees of Namperumal. You should serve them. Then finally, when the time will come, when you become young, you will come to Vrindavan. And there, you will be meeting with Rupa and Sanatana. Mahaprabhu predicted all these things. Because that time Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami was not there in Vrindavan itself. But Mahaprabhu told that you will be meeting in future Rupa and Sanatana. And through you will become an Acharya. Through your disciple, the first book distribution will happen. So you know that how the Srinivasa Acharya is an incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal ecstasy. He became a disciple of Gopal Bhatta of Srirangam. Then through the Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Prabhu, the first book distribution party, they took the books from Vrindavan to Bengal. So that and all Mahaprabhu predicted in Srirangam itself. So in this way, Mahaprabhu, by the request of the devotees, he stayed 1 more month extra itself in Srirangam. Then Mahaprabhu from here he went to Madurai, called Rishabhatri Parvata. So later, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, from Srirangam, he went to, when he became young, when his father's parents left the body, Gopal Bhatta went to Vrindavan. At that time, although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, Gopal Bhatta directly went to Vrindavan. And there he met with Rupa and Sanatana. So that time, Rupa Goswami wrote a letter to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying that the Gopal Bhatta has came from Srirangam and he is with us. We are living together like brothers. At the time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, he was in Tota Gopinath temple hearing Bhagavatam and discussing with the devotees in Tota Gopinath temple. At the time, Mahaprabhu told, long time I didn't heard any messages from Rupa and Sanatana. Then suddenly a letter came from Rupa Goswami saying that Gopal Bhatta has came from Srirangam. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like as if he has 1,000 mouths, he is glorifying about the qualities of Gopal Bhatta, how nice he was. So it is said when Gopal Bhatta was young, he was so beautiful, his form was so beautiful, very attractive. Even there is a sloka called Gopal Bhatta Shatakam, 100 verses glorifying about Gopal Bhatta. And also there is another one book called Karnananda, that is also describing the qualities and the beauty of Gopal Bhatta. There is one slogan, it is said that Sanatana Prema Paripludandaram Shri Rupa Sakyena Vilakshidagilam Namami Radharamanaiga Jivanam Gopala Bhattam Bhajatam Abhishtadam. So in that book it is said Gopala Bhatta Sundara is very beautiful person itself, Gopal Bhatta. When he was in Srirangam, in childhood only he learned all the Shastras and Vedas, everything. So all the people there eagerly wanted to associate with Gopal Bhatta itself. So such a beautiful Gopal Bhatta, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard about Gopal Bhatta's arrival to Vrindavan, he glorified about Gopal Bhatta. Then in a asan he was sitting, that asan immediately gave to the devotee who brought the letter. And Mahaprabhu told, please give this letter to Gopal, give this asan to Gopal Bhatta, wooden asan. Also Mahaprabhu gave his personal copin cloth as a Mahaprasad to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So it is said by giving that asana, Mahaprabhu asked him to become an acharya. The other Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswamis, they never gave initiation or they never made disciple. But Mahaprabhu told them to write books and find out the deities and everything. But only for Gopal Bhatta, Mahaprabhu gave him the asana. Mahaprabhu wanted him to become an initiating guru, acharya. Therefore, like we say that our Sambandha Acharya, Sanatan Goswami, Abhideya Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, Prayojana Acharya is Raghunath Das Goswami. Like that we say, no? Like that, Smriti Acharya is Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Smriti Acharya. So in this way, Gopal Bhatta Goswami stayed in Vrindavan. It's a very big pastime, how he worshipped Shaligram Shila, how the Shaligram Radharamanji appeared personally, then how he initiated many devotees, how he preached, how he wrote many books. So the base is from SriRangam. So it is said that Jiva Goswami also saying in his Sat Sandarbha, because Gopal Bhatta is so humble, he never wanted his name to be announced anywhere. While Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami came to ask permission to write Chaitanya Charitamrita, Gopal Bhatta Goswami told that I will give you my full blessing, but there is one condition, that you should never write anything about me in your books. So therefore we can't get more information about Gopal Bhatta in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But there are some other books called Bhaktamal and Bhakti Ratnagar, Prema Vilasa. In these books we can see more about Gopal Bhatta. Then in this way, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he gave the base. So Jiva Goswami says that one Vaishnava from South India, he wrote a detail. From him, whatever he wrote, I am writing it in the Sad Sandarbha. Jiva Goswami told like that. Also Bhakti Vinod Thakur told, in one of his books, he told that with Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Mahaprabhu made a base for our Gaudiya Sampradaya. That was basically based on the Sri Sampradaya. Like strong foundation he made. With that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he built a building of Rasa Tattva, the Prema Tattva that Mahaprabhu was made itself. It was told by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So we will be very grateful to all the devotees and Namparmal and Srila Prabhupada for giving us this opportunity to speak about Namparmal upon this fallen sinful soul. We can see in many pastimes of Namparmal, you always select very sinful person and you will empower him to do some seva. So Namparmal very mercifully, kindly, he used us for this service. Eternally we will be grateful to Namparmal and all the devotees of SriRangam and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami and Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Namparmal ki jai.